Hello, everyone. This is Ting Ting, founder of GuanJing Method. I am so excited to share with you this free intro class in hopes that you will have deeper insight into all of the magic that is within this movement program. Firstly, we focus on the initiation of our breath, being able to direct the current of our breath and moving in harmony with our breath, as well as what is happening in our mind and the thoughts and the emotions that are flowing through the body and allowing them to release into the space surrounding us and breathing in new life force energy so that we may feel leaving and finishing the class more empowered, more grounded, more expansive, and full of vitality. One of the biggest and most important pillars in the GuanJing method is our breath. The way that we breathe is the way that we experience life, and how the breath moves through the body shows us where the patterns of energy are flowing and where they are stagnant. The most important part of our breath is how we are utilizing the inhale and exhale through the initiation of our pelvic floor muscles. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the pelvic floor, they are a group of muscles that lay from sit bone to sit bone and from pubic bone to tailbone, and they are an interconnected web of muscles that allow and support our internal organs to rest in this space. If we didn't have them, all of our organs would go flying through our pelvic bones. In the GuanJing method, we use the exhale to contract the pelvic floor muscles and the inhale to open them. The pelvic floor contraction is often thought of as when you're stopping yourself from peeing. For women, it's when you are having an orgasm. It's the very inner part of the perineum that squeezes in and gently up. Now, we're not trying to crush walnuts or squeeze orange juice down there, but it is a very gentle cradling, as if you were supporting the most delicate egg in the center of the pelvis. So you gently hug that egg in, and then on inhale, you release it and let it go. So we'll be going over a short breath exercise first to get you coordinated and orchestrated with this pelvic floor. The inhale, the pelvic floor muscles relax, and the exhale, the pelvic floor muscles contract. You can also describe this as the Kegel exercise for women, and for men, it's, again, stopping yourself from urination. So that gentle hug in and up. Now, without further ado, let's get started with our free class. So come lying down, bending the knees, placing the soles of the feet on the floor, placing the hands on the sacrum, roll the shoulder blades down the back, roll the tailbone under, and just rest the sacrum down onto the floor. Closing the eyes, and you can knock the knees together if you want to become a little more restorative with this practice. With the eyes closed, allowing everything to settle into the earth, allowing your energy to settle, allowing the eyes to sink deeper into the sockets, the tongue rolls to the back of the throat, the flesh of the cheeks soften, inviting yourself to release and relax. Becoming more and more present to space within and surrounding you. And here, simply observing where in the body you are naturally breathing. Where in the body are you naturally animating with life force energy? And with both hands resting on the pubic bone, feeling the warming presence of your hands within this space, and visualizing just for a moment, from hip bone to hip bone, from pubic bone to tailbone, these interconnected web of muscles resting at the basin of the pelvis. And with your next inhale, drawing your awareness and your breath down into the space beneath your hands, not letting it rise into the chest, just isolating the breath experience, sending that energy down into the hands, into the basin of the pelvic floor. On inhale, pelvic muscles relax. And as you exhale, a very gentle pelvic muscular contraction guides the breath out, gently squeezing. The inhale, the pelvic muscles relax and breath is invited down, filling only in the lower body, isolating our experience of breath down in the lower body. And as you exhale, very gentle pelvic muscular contraction, gently squeezing, guiding the breath out. And flowing this way with your own breath, the inhale, the pelvic muscles relax. Breath is invited down into the space. And as you exhale, the pelvic muscles very gently contract, squeezing gently in and up. Two more times like this. Inhale, sending it down. And exhale, gentle pelvic muscular contraction. Squeezes in and up. The next time you inhale, sending it down into the pelvis. Now let's find a fullness to our breath's experience as we fill into the pelvis and then letting that inhale rise into the navel, filling into the navel, letting the breath ascend up into the ribs, the collarbones, feeling the breath all the way at the top into the pit of the throat, testing the boundaries of what your breath offers. And as you exhale, a very gentle pelvic muscular contraction and navel with intention moves towards the spine. Exhale. The inhale, the pelvic muscles relax, breath is invited down into the space. It fills into the basin of the pelvic floor. It inflates up into the navel. The inhale ascends up into the rib cage, the chest, the collarbones lift, feeling the fullness. And as you exhale, a very gentle pelvic muscular contraction, navel with intention moves towards the spine. Moving with your own tide of breath this way. As we inhale, we fill from the bottom up. From the pelvis, the inhale rides up into the navel. It ascends up into the chest, the rib cage. Feel the breath lengthening the spine all the way into the pit of the throat. How full can you fill the body with life force energy? And as you exhale, gentle pelvic muscular contraction, navel with intention moves towards the spine. And continuing to find this rhythmic expression of breath a few more times. Observing the texture that your breath is offering. And can we begin to sip in a sense of silky smoothness within the experience of our breath? Allowing it to lengthen the spine, filling all the way into the pit of the throat, and a very smooth exhale guided by the gentle pelvic muscular contraction, navel with intention moves towards the spine. Beautiful. 3 more breaths just like this. Sipping in a sense of silky smoothness within the experience of your breath as you inhale. And as you exhale, same smooth breath in and out through the nose. Always breathing in and out through the nose as we do this. Last time here. Very nice. You can relax the hands by the sides, just simply observing. The breath can come back to a regulating breath, observing the energies beginning to stir within the body and surrounding the body. What do you feel? This heightened awareness of your inner world. And before we begin moving today, promising yourself that you will be staying as connected to your breath throughout the duration of our class. It is the lead dance partner to the movements. There is no initiation of movement without the expression, the inflation of our breath first. Beautiful. And so from here, let's stay on the soles of our feet. Take them out wider than hip width apart. This is just a few warm-ups that we'll begin with. So demonstrating first, I will inhale as I find the breath in the pelvis. I begin to rotate the pelvis up towards the sky. Arms reach overhead, breathing across the front of the body. Inhale. And as I exhale rolling down one vertebrae at a time, painting the energy of the breath out through the fingertips. At the end of exhales, when the hands and pelvis return to the floor. So let's do this together. On the inhale, we curl the tailbone under, breathing from the pelvis, letting it inflate up into the navel, chest, feeling the breath all the way in the pit of the throat at the very top. And as you exhale, rolling one vertebrae at a time, slowly coming down, painting the energy of the breath out through the fingertips. When the end of exhale is finished, hands and pelvis return to the center. Again, following your breath, let's breathe and dance with our breath. Inhale, enliven, lunging and squeezing the glutes. And exhale, rolling one vertebrae at a time, savoring the experience of the exhale. Again, inhale, inflating up, breathing across the front of the body, all the way into the pit of the throat. And as you exhale, rolling down. Now, some of you might feel some restriction as you come up with the inhale. I want you to breathe into our resistances. Let's practice that. The inhale, inflating up, breathing across the front of the body, breathing all the way up into the very pit of the throat where it feels restricted. And exhale, rolling one vertebrae at a time down. Very nice. Let's do that one last time. Inhale, inflating up. Lunge. And as you exhale, painting the energy of the breath out through the fingertips, rolling one vertebrae at a time down. Very nice. From here, let's take the hands out into a T position, palms face up or down, whichever you prefer. Straightening the left leg, the right leg kicks up towards the sky. Flex the foot back. You'll feel this nice lengthening of the hamstrings and begin to roll the ankles. Spread the toes wide and see how much you can spread the feet and then close the feet, and see how much you can point through the big foot, point through the next toe, and just get this full enlivenment of our feet, spreading them as wide as we can and rolling the ankle. All the while, smooth, deep, full breaths in and out through the nose, breathing the hamstrings long. From here, I press with the heel, flex my foot back, breathing across the hamstrings and gently kicking the foot towards me, challenging the hamstrings more. If you are pretty tight, you can micro bend this knee slightly. And then now we are going to practice clockwork circles with our hips, opening up our pelvis and inner groin. So watch me first. The inhale, I kick towards me. I go out to the side, inhale, hover across the floor. The exhale is when I cross the body, stack the hips, keep pressing with my heel, the shoulders stay level. Exhale, and then the inhale, I open up again. So I'm making a big circle with my foot. The inhale, I open up into the pelvis, hover across the ground. And then the exhale, I stack the pelvis, shoulders stay grounded to the earth, kick and press with the heel. And then the inhale, I come back up. Again, if you have really tight hamstrings, you can bend the knee slightly. And then let's begin together, inhaling into the pelvis, into all the nooks and crannies of our inner groin. The exhale, we come into the twist, press with the heel, feeling the spine sinking deeper into the twist. Inhaling, open, full range of motion. Exhale, cross. Inhale, smooth, full lifting up. Exhale, crossing the body, twist. Guide the movement with the vessel of your breath. Sending the breath down into all those parts that feel tension or tightness, breathing into that space. And the whole body's enlivened. Feet are flexed. The face is soft. Beautiful. Inhale, open. Last time. Deep inhale and exhale, cross. Now, you don't always have to follow me when I say inhale, exhale. We all have different breath capacities. But just as long as you are following your inhale and your exhale, that is all that matters. Coming back to center. Let's shift the hips back to center. Inhale, pressing the feet towards you, heel towards the sky, and release. Switch sides. Kicking the left leg out, pressing through the heel, flex the foot back, and then begin to roll the ankle. Big circles, spreading the toes wide, squeezing the toes together, and just enlivening the whole foot. How much can you spread and extend? We spend so much of our times trying not to take up space. This is your opportunity to take as much space as you want, to expand your body as much as possible. And then from here, press through the heel, flex the foot back, gently kicking the foot towards the face as you breathe into the hamstrings, option to bend the knee. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, begin to open the foot out towards the left, opening the inner groin. Inhale here. The exhale, pelvic muscular contraction guides us into the twist as we cross, press through the heel. The inhale, we open, smooth, full breath, deep opening of the pelvis. And then the exhale, pelvic muscular contraction guides us as we cross. Again, letting the breath be the lead dance partner, but not allowing yourself to sink into old patterns of breathing. So with intention, with fullness, in and out through the nose. Every exhale is a gentle pelvic muscular contraction that initiates us into the twist. The inhale, we slowly circle, using the mind's eye to send the breath into the inner groin, into the pelvis. And then the exhale, we cross. Really beautiful. Connecting with your energy, connecting with your breath. There might be some pop and crackling. It's okay. It just means that the body is waking up, warming up, and you're getting nice and lubricated. Again, you can always bend the knee and keep it bent if it's more accessible to you. Always moving with a range of motion that is comfortable and that you can feel expanded, and never one that makes you feel contracted when you try to find that full range of motion. All right, from here, let's come back to center. And then let's come up and come into a classic downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under, spread the fingers wide, relax the head and neck. And we're just in our warm-ups here before we get into the GuanJing flow, the basic form flow. Spread the fingers wide, relax the head and neck, tilting the pelvis and sacrum up towards the sky, bend the knees slightly, press the floor energetically away with the hands and the feet. And let's take 3 deep breaths along the spine. Using our breath to breathe from the sacrum all the way up to the base of the skull, lengthening the spine. One more full breath. Very nice. And now from here, inhale, let's kick the right leg up towards the sky, open the hip, press with the heel. And as you exhale, squeeze knee to nose, shoulders glide over the wrist, and gently place that knee down. Place the other knee down, and let's come up. So instead of sinking down, this is called active chi. We tuck the knee in and our pelvis is lifted. Now the knee is in whatever position feels most aligned to you so that you feel comfortable upright. So we curl the tailbone under, squeeze, and squeeze the inner thighs together. Let's open our hands, inhale, roll it back, lift with the heart, and then exhale, bend the elbow, bend the wrist, flick the energy out and away, point. This is going to show up later today. Inhale, open, lift the shoulders, lift the chest, open the palms, bend the elbows, bend the wrist, exhale, flick out and away, point. And you want to imagine that you're laser focusing that exhale. So we inhale, open, imagining that your hands are like magnets carrying the life force energy. Exhale, bend the wrist, flick out and away. 2 more times on this side. Inhale, open, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, bend the elbow, bend the wrist, flick out and away. Last time, inhale, lifting up with the heart, bold breath across the front of the body. Exhale, bend, flick. Very nice. Planting the hands down, tuck the toes under, step back. Let's take 1 full breath here. Inhale. And exhale. From here, the left leg lifts up and back, press through the heel. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders glide over the wrist, and step that knee through, staying on the top of the other knee. Now, if you have really sensitive knees, you can add an extra blanket. If you just had knee surgery or anything more severe, I would suggest you can just come into a cross-legged seat, or you can come and sit on a chair or be more lunging here. So you want to make sure that you're not putting so much pressure on your knee that it hurts. We always want to feel comfortable wherever we are. While we're here, squeezing and hugging the inner groin together, the inner thighs squeeze in, lift with the chest, look up towards the sky, inhale, open the arms, lift with the heart. Exhale, bend the elbow, bend the wrist, flick out and away. Smooth inhale, lifting up. Lifting with the heart. Exhale, bend the elbow, flick out and away. Moving with your own breath, feeling yourself collecting and gathering energy and the ability to flick out and away. Very nice. 2 more times here. Open, lifting with the chest. Exhale, flick. Last time, inhaling. And exhaling, flick out and away. Beautiful. Planting the hands and stepping back into a downward facing dog. Release everything. Take an inhale and an exhale out through the mouth. Very nice. Bending and coming onto our knees once again. Now, this basic form is called bathing in radiance. The meditation of this form is envisioning that we are floating over the most healing crystalline pool and pulling that energy of this healing water up through the front of the body, up through the pelvis, through the heart, through the throat. And then as we exhale, we flick stagnation and anything stuck out and away. So it's about using the energy, pulling it in and up, and then that cleansing water, you utilize it to carry anything unnecessary out and away from your energetic field. So what it'll look like is I'll come onto all fours. I spread my fingers wide. I dive down, watching for me first. I take my elbows out, inhale. I round, exhale, tuck the toes under. I inhale, pull the energy up, rotate from the pelvis, washing through the pelvis, heart, throat. Inhale, I exhale, flick out and away. And then I dive down again. Now, a couple of cues here is that we want to make sure that we spread the fingers wide. My hands are stacked underneath my shoulders. My pelvis or my knees are stacked underneath my pelvis. And you have an option. You can bend the elbows forward. I enjoy doing this because it allows me to find a greater stretch underneath my armpit. If you have shoulder injuries or that's just simply uncomfortable, you can always bend the elbows and scoop more like this. We want to make sure that we lead with the head and we push through the gateway of our arms with our chest. The exhale, I round, I press the floor away, spread the shoulder blades, relax the head and neck, and then sink back down onto my heels. The inhale, I pull the energy of healing water, wash it through the pelvis, throat, heart. I'm lifting my heart up towards the sky. And then the exhale, I bend the elbows, bend the wrists, flick out and away. And when I land in the same position. A lot of times people kind of land here and they're really short and they don't give themselves enough room. Another really important cue is that when we come up here, remember when we were just in that active chi movement where we're lunging the pelvis forward and we felt that the low ribs hugging in and everything's lifting up. We want to have that same posterior tilt of the pelvis. So we want to curl the tailbone under and then lean from the upper back, not like this. This will actually eventually lead to pain in the low back. We want to curl the tailbone under and push the pelvis forward of our knees. See this nice C curve that's being created now with the body? And then lift up the head, never releasing and relaxing. It puts a lot of strain on the cervical spine, chin towards the throat slightly. And then we inhale, open, exhale, flick out and away. So let's try that together. Coming onto all fours. Closing the eyes. Let's envision what it's like to be hovering over this beautiful healing pool. this elixir of vitality, of life force energy, and envisioning your hands are like magnets and they're pulling in this energy, this beautiful vitality. As we inhale, let's dive headfirst into this pool, elbows facing out or in. Inhale, lifting up, coming out of the water. Exhale, round, press the floor away, chin tucks in, spread the shoulder blades. Sink back onto your heels. Inhale, pulling the energy, washing it through the pelvis, through the heart, through the throat, chin towards the chest. Exhale, flick the energy out and away. Again, we dive down. Inhale. We exhale, round, curl the tailbone under, relax the head and neck. Sink back onto our heels. The inhale, pull the energy, washing it through the pelvis, heart, throat, lifting the heart up towards the sky, chin towards the throat. Exhale, flick energy out and away. And we want to really direct our hands. So as we flick out and away, not just kind of flinging it anywhere, we want to direct it with precision, far, far away from us. So as we inhale, scoop the energy up, open, feel this expansion of energy. And then as we exhale, all the way from the tips of our fingers, we flick out and away. Dive down, inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, pull the energy up, wash it through the pelvis, throat, heart. Exhale, bend, flick. Again, inhale, dive down. Exhale, round, spread the shoulder blades wide, drop back. Inhale, pulling the energy up. Wash. Exhale, flick. And landing softly. Let's try that one more time. Inhale, dive down. Exhale, round. Inhale, pulling the energy up. And exhale, flick. Sinking back onto our heels. Hands plant. Closing the eyes for a moment. And observing your energy. What are the currents of energy? How are they feeling? Noticing the space surrounding you. Is there a feeling of greater expansion and clarity? Very nice. Gently blinking the eyes open. All right. So we're going to be adding on to this. The next basic form is called rippling water. And this meditative movement is an envisioning that we're still in this pool, this massive pool of healing water. And we're gently grazing our fingertips across the stillest water and watching the rippling of the water as we graze across the surface of the water and envisioning the water ripples ripple out in all directions exponentially. And then we'll inhale, we'll take those droplets of water and we'll let them drop onto our body. So this is what it'll look like. I come onto one knee, my leg is out, my knee and my foot are in the same line. The outer edge of my foot is parallel to the outer edge of the mat. I take my hand forward of my shoulder. I reach my arm overhead, bowing across the side of the body. This is the inhale. And then as I exhale, I sink back on my heels, release the head and neck, gently rippling the water. And the inhale, I pull the droplets of water and let it trace across the body. The top of inhale is when the hand extends. And then the exhale, I fold, relax the head and neck, release. And then the inhale, I gently pull up, following my breath. Remember, our breath is the lead dance partner to the movement. So making sure that our hand is forward of our shoulder, so we're not putting strain on our shoulder. We also want to make sure that as we reach the arm overhead, we're not taking it all the way to the ear. Let's take the shoulder into the socket so you give the neck a little bit of space. And then we really want to bow into the side body, spread and create more space between each rib. The inhale. Now, when you sink back, you'll sink back towards the heels and really allow the neck to relax. As you let the neck relax, spread and extend the fingertips as much as you can. See how long you can get. Sink back into the heels more and gently grazing the hands across the rippling water. The inhale, using the fingertips to pull the energy up the side of the body. Now I'm bowing on this side of the body, this rib. These ribs are expanding. Inhale. Top of inhale, I come back. Let's try this together. Inhale. Exhale, rippling water. Inhale, pulling the energy up. Send. Exhale, water ripple. Relax the head and neck, gently grazing your hand across the still leg, noticing the water ripples. The inhale, bowing into the side body, pulling the energy up. Inhale. Exhale, relax the head and neck, rippling water. The inhale, pulling up, extending, and the exhale, water ripples. Relaxing the head and neck. The inhale, slowly breathing the texture of healing water up the side of the body. Extend, and then the exhale, water ripple. Relax the head and neck. Slowly pulling the energy up. Last time on this side, inhale. And exhale, release, relax. And the inhale, we come up. Very nice. Now let's reach both arms overhead, bring that knee in, sink back on our heels, and take the hands to the sides. Very nice. Take the eyes and close them. A moment to observe the difference between the left side and the right side. Can you feel the currents of energy that you have directed with your breath, with your movements? Very nice. Gently fluttering the eyes open. Before we begin the other side, I want to teach you how to transition and connect that first movement with the second movement. So remember how we start the first movement, we dive down, and then we lift up, exhale, and then we inhale, we pull up. So as we pull up, when both arms reach overhead, this is when I kick my leg out, the hand lands, the top hand swings down and around, open. And then as I exhale, rippling water. Come up. And now to get out of this posture, the transition is when both hands are overhead, knee back to center. Now look where we are, bathing in radiance. Exhale, flick energy out of the way. So let's try that step by step together, and then we'll transition to the other side, and we'll do the other side of rippling water together. So where were we? Oh, yes, we were in bathing in radiance. Let's take the hands in front. Let's inhale, dive down, making sure that your knees are stacked underneath your pelvis. So you have enough space. Exhale, round. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, pull the energy up. And now I'm kicking my left leg out. You're probably mirroring me, placing my right hand down, swing the hand down, open. Exhale, rippling water. Relax the head and neck. Inhale, pulling the energy up. Place the hand down once again, inhaling here, extending across the side body. Exhale, rippling water. Inhale, pull the energy up. Both arms reach overhead, knee back to center lightly. Take the hands back, lift with the heart. Exhale, flick energy out and away. Let's dive down into bathing and radiance. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Now let's go to the other side. As we inhale, both arms reach overhead. Kick the other leg out. Other hand comes down, swinging down and around. Inhale, extending across the side body. Now, as we exhale, rippling water, gently grazing, hinging the hips back. Relax the head and neck. The inhale, pull the energy up, tracing the energy across the side of the body. Open, inhale, extend the side body long. Exhaling, extending, gentle, rippling water, grazing the water graciously as you pull the energy of healing water up the side of the body. Extend. Following your breath, the exhale gently guides the exhale out through the fingertips, painting the energy of the breath out through the fingertips. The inhale bowing across this side of the body now. Extend. Full breath and exhale, rippling water. Inhaling up. Beautiful. Finding that extension. And then exhale, relax, rippling water. Let's do that 2 more times on this side, finding that extension and feeling into how the energy is being painted out through the fingertips and how you're using your hand as magnets to pull the energy up. Extend and exhale. Inhale, coming up. Now let's transition to the other side again. Inhale, both arms reach overhead, knee back to center, taking both arms overhead and down. Exhale, bathing in radiance, flick energy out and away. Dive down, inhale. Around. Inhale, pulling the energy up, washing it through the pelvis, heart, throat. Exhale, flicking energy out and away. Bathing in radiance. Inhaling, diving down. Exhale, round. Inhale, pulling the energy up, rotating from the pelvis, lifting and washing it through the pelvis, throat, heart. Exhale, flick energy out and away. Last time, inhale, dive down. Exhale, round. Pulling the energy up. And now kicking my left leg out, both arms reach overhead, landing the right hand, sweeping the left arm across and over. Inhale, back to rippling water. Exhale. Inhale, pull that beautiful energy up the side of the body. Feeling the hands as magnets. And as you exhale, the energy of the breath is painted out through the fingertips. Release the neck fully. And the inhale pulls you up. Extending. And the exhale, releasing. Inhale, coming up. Both arms reach overhead, knee back to center. Inhale. Take the hands down. Exhale, flick energy out and away. Let's dive down, bathing in radiance. Inhale, dive down. Exhale, round. Sink back. Inhale, pulling the energy up, washing it through the pelvis, throat, heart, kicking my right leg out. My left hand lands. Swing, inhale, deep breath. Exhaling. energy being painted out through the fingertips. Inhale, bowing across the side body, slow, smooth, full breaths. And exhale, releasing the head and neck. The inhale, pulling up. Beautiful. One last time. Exhaling, relax, release. Inhale, coming up. As you come up, both arms reach overhead, knee back to center, and exhale, sink back on your heels. Flick energy out and away, hands on your thighs, close the eyes. Taking a moment to witness and observe. Full, smooth, rhythmic breaths. How are the currents of energy flowing through and around the body? And gently fluttering the eyes open. Let's finish off with activating our chi energy. So coming to stand. Taking the feet a little wider than hip width apart, a light bend in the knees, spine and pelvis. Finding that singular point, spine reaching up towards the sky, pelvis is neutral, relax the hands by the sides. Spread the toes wide here, really finding that groundedness. Closing the eyes and dropping back in with your breath. Finding that fullness of inhale just as we began. And the fullness of exhale, orchestrated by that gentle pelvic muscular contraction. The inhale, the pelvic muscles relax, breathing down into the basin of the pelvic floor. Filling all the way up to the pit of the throat. And the exhale, that gentle pelvic muscular contraction, navel with intention moves towards the spine. Connecting to your fullness of breath. Now bringing your awareness to the bottoms of your feet. And it's as if the bottoms of your feet were a portal, opening the portal of your feet and sending your awareness down, down, down through the earth soil beneath you, feeling into the texture and coolness or warmth of the soil, sending it all the way down through all the millions and billions of years of rocks and sediment and dirt, all the way down until you pierce to the very core of the earth, the magma. And this gorgeous life force energy, this heated vitality, you begin to sip in the energy of the core of the earth up through all the billions of years of rocks and soil and sediment and dirt, and sip it in through the portal of your feet. This warmth enters your bone, the bone marrow of your legs. It fills into the pelvic floor. It fills up the spine, pouring into the space of your heart and pouring into the very center of your brain, feeling the warmth entering. And as you exhale, all layers of mind and body absorbing in this radiance, in this vitality. The inhale, sipping in the energy of the core of the earth. All the way up through the portals of your feet, feeling it warming your bones, all the way up into the pelvis, heart, center of the brain, feeling the warmth. And as you exhale, all layers of mind and body absorbing in this vitality. Again, the inhale, we graciously sip in the life force energy of the core of the earth up through the portal of our feet. It fills into the bone marrow of our legs, our pelvis, spine, heart, center of the brain. Feel the warmth. And as you exhale, layers of mind, body, and spirit absorbing in this essence. Continuing to breathe this way on your own a few more times. Connecting to the magma of the core of the earth and sipping it in from the bottoms of the feet through the legs all the way into the deepest parts, body, mind, and spirit. The exhale, feeling that heat and deeply imbued within all layers of mind and body. From here, allowing the hands to hover over the heart, palms facing the heart, and bringing all of your awareness to the very center of the heart. Observing the glow, the life essence, the seat of the soul, resting in the center of your heart. And as you inhale, spreading the hands wide, pulling the energy of our spirit, expanding it outwards in all directions as if it was an expansive, beautiful disc of light, pulling it out on inhale. And as you exhale, sending all that light and energy back into the deepest depths of the heart, warming the parts of the heart that feel sore, tender, mistreated, sending that loving energy into those places. The inhale, we pull the energy of our spirit, the light within the heart, outwards and expand it out in all directions as the hands spread wide, feeling this energetic disc expanding effortlessly. And as we exhale, sending all the energy back into the center of the heart, warming the parts of the heart that feel sore, tender, neglected. Following your breath, the inhale, we expand. And then the exhale, we drive all that light back into the parts of the heart that feel scarred, neglected, used. A few more times like this. Connecting with the pure vitality and the life force essence of your heart. Now begin to expand the energy in the hands out wider and wider and wider and wider until your hands can't reach any more wide. Feeling that expansion of the energy continuing to ripple out as you gently place the hands by the sides. Feeling the light of your spirit pouring effortlessly out from the center of your heart in all directions, filling into the space surrounding you and within you. This beautiful light establishes clear and healthy boundaries. It shines your radiance, your purpose, your most soulful desires out in all directions. And feel your beautiful light expanding out so wide it begins to touch the hearts of others, maybe within your house or your neighborhood. Feeling it touch each soul out in all directions. The light of your heart touches the light within the ocean, spreading across this world. Every living being is graced by the presence, the energy of your heart. And witnessing your beautiful heart traveling out into the farthest of galaxies. And you are grounded and you are steady. And the light of your heart is limitless. And bringing the hands to heart center, palms pressed against each other, bowing the head. Knowing that you can come back into this place wherever you choose. Just have to bring intention and attention to it. In honor of all that we are. And in honor of all that there is. May we continue to experience life through the radiance of our hearts. And may we be able to communicate to each other from this place. Thank you so much for practicing with me. And when you're ready, you can release the hands down. Taking your time to come back into this space. Thank you so much for practicing with me and taking the time to take care of your energy, your body, your emotions, and your mind. All of these poses and postures that we've learned are spread throughout the GuanJing Method membership, as well as the GuanJing Method book. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to me. I will always be happy to respond to any emails or messages that come my way. And I look so forward to practicing with you, whether that be in person or seeing you online in the next experience or the membership. Thank you so much.